Welcome, everyone. My name is Larry Bailey. It is Tuesday, August 26th, 2025. Thanks for coming. Today is another Mastery Encompass workshop. It's part of our 12-part series workshop. And so today is all about Underwriting Unlocked, best practices for file flow. Last week, we talked about processing power with pre-underwriting workflow secrets. Hopefully that made a lot of sense for you. So I wanted to talk about, well, again, before we get jumping in, obviously, since last we met, we had a huge email update from ICE Mortgage Technology with regards to the SDK transition sunset, changing from October 31st, 2025 to December 31st, 2026. And there's a lot of speculation as to why, blah, blah, blah. I'm not really interested in that. What I'm more interested in is that everybody needs to keep their foot on the gas with making sure that your service providers are converted to EPC entirely, because that's the only way you get your data workflows. It's the way you make this whole thing work, is making sure your EPC vendors are on full API. Earlier today on the admin call, there was a question that said, hey, I'm using such and such POS, and they're telling me they're on full API, but I can't use workflow rules to do one-click automation or one-click disclosure, disclosure automation, or one-click document requests, or true workflow rules, lights out document requests. To which I said, well, maybe they're not on full API like they're saying. Don't know. So check with your provider, see where it's going. But remember, it's if your service provider is saying they're on EP, because that's where they are, but you can't fully leverage all of workflow rules, automation, do some investigation, see where that lands for you. So that came out. Also, what happened today earlier is ICE put on sale. This is crazy. But ICE put on sale its exhibitor booths for Experience 2026. I don't know if they did that today because it's 26th, but in any event, it went on sale for anybody who was an exhibitor last year. Mortgage Workflow Partners are going to be there. We got a full 10 by 20 booth. We're going to have part of it's going to be like the sales part. The other part's going to be learning center, learning zone. We're still figuring that out. But keep on the lookout. If you're going to ICE, we'd love to see you there. If you're not going to ICE, figure it out. Got to get there. Get your team to invest in it, mostly because of the training that's available pre-conference. There's a lot of folks who take that, which they get value out of. We're going to have workshop demonstrations during conference, and then we've got the full after the conference. We've got an entire workflow before technology symposium for the day. We're focusing in on, we're used to calling it the wrap-up show for ICE X26, or ICE whatever this year. This one coming up is 26. But we're going to be splitting that up into teaching you not only all the cool stuff that you should be following up with, the things that are being announced at the show, plus the things you should have already known. But then also we're going to be having a component, Christy Unger, who's our workflow documentation specialist. Hey, Christy, she's going to be there too, with her skill sets to teach you all about workflow reviews and things that she's learned. It's going to be a super day if you can attend. If you're part of the Mortgage Collaborative, that's going to cost you $250. If you're current at the time, you're current with your admin subscription, it's going to cost you $250. And if you're not either of those, it's going to cost you $500. That's it. And that's going to be the deal. So definitely RSVP for that. Any questions, let me know. I think it still says $750. We're going to change that to $500. And if you're one of those two groups and you need a coupon code for the 50% off, let me know. All right. We have everybody here. Let's get into this topic for today. Underwriting Unlocked. So I'm trying to get better by creating presentations. And so here we go. We'll see how this goes today.